So hello guys, today we are going to do a session on using Github. Okay, so let me create a file that is visible first. Okay, Github. So not only GitHub, we will first look after the command lines of Git, how to use Git and how Git can be used to do browser control and all of those things. So we will see everything. So first of all, let's understand what is Git and what is GitHub. Okay, so let me be clear that Git and GitHub are very different things. Okay, so Git is a software which you install inside of your computer. Okay, so you install that software and that software helps you to track all the versions of your program or any file. Okay, so whatever changes you do in your code or any file, you can track all those changes. Okay, so for example, you have a file. Okay, you have one code and you have one code. Okay, and you do certain changes in that code, and that change was not a good change, so you basically make it make the code even wrong. Okay, so in that case you will need to go back to the older version of your code. So you can do that by tracking all the versions of your code. Okay, so Git provides a facility. Okay, you can basically do what you can track all the versions of your code on file, you can say. So it allows you to control all the versions, to track all the versions, and you can switch over those versions, and you can independently code without affecting the other old code or file, you can say like that. So this kind of tracking system can be made by using Git. Okay, so Git offers us that tracking system which can be used, and we can switch anytime our code. So we can switch from the new code to the old code at any time, because we have tracked all the versions that whatever changes we have made, we have already tracked those changes. So whenever we want to switch, we can switch very easily. So that is it. So that is what GitHub is. So first of all, you will need to install GitHub. Git. I said GitHub. It was Git. Okay. So first of all, you need to install Git. Okay. So first of all, you need to install Git bash, all of those things, and then what you need to do is, let me first make a code and then I will try to explain you. Okay, so let's open a folder that I have created, a new folder, this one. So let's make a code that is test.py. So I will just do nothing but try to explain you what happens when you use Git in full potential. So what are the functions you get, and what are the benefits you can get from Git. So you can see I have created one file, that is one Python file, and I want to track all the changes that I do in this file. So for example, I'm trying different kind of things in this code. Let us suppose that I'm creating something, and I'm using different kinds of logic to solve that certain problem. Okay, so to solve that certain problem, I can use different ideas, I can use different concepts. So to track all the concepts, let's say that I solved that problem using one concept, and I again thought that I can solve this with a much more better idea, or much more better solution I can find. So I will try it again, and that code may become much worse than before, right? So in that kinds of okay, if that kind of the mistakes are done, you need to switch back to the old code, right? So what can you do is just basically track down your versions. So instead of saving all the files independently and making your storage go out, so that is more not so convenient way to handle that thing. So you can use Git in this case. So for example, I have created this very the basicest the basic code, and I will try to control its all the versions. Okay, so let me show you. First of all, you need to open your git bash from the path where your code is there. Okay, so you have to open this from the same path where there is your code. So from here you need to first of all use git init. This will do what? This will initialize a git file into your folder, into your this directory. Okay, so enter. You can see initialized empty git repository. So this will initialize a git repository in your local device. Okay, so you can see dot git type of repository, you can see it's created here. Okay, so you don't edit this repository or do anything, you just uh, go back to this git bash, and you need to do what? You have many command lines that you can use to control your versions, you control the files, you can say. So I'm going to explain those all of those things here. Okay, so first of all you need to understand one thing, that is like main, like you understand with this pen. So okay, let me make some squares, that will be more easy. Okay, okay, then here as well, here as well, here as well, and here as well. Make it slightly smaller, or we can just select this and every single down, and one more here. Okay, so let me draw this little diagram, and then I will explain you very detailedly. Okay, so I will make this like this, like this, like this. This is the flow you have to understand. First of all, later finish this little thing. Okay, so it's almost done. Okay, so this is your branch. Okay, so first of all you need to understand that you have different branches of your repository, of your versions. Okay, so what you are doing is you are tracking all the versions of your file. Okay, you are tracking all the versions of your file, so it contains certain branches to control that version. Okay, the goal of line it's very let's say it's a branch, so it contains many branches. I said what is happening. Okay, so this is the branch, and in default we are in which branch? We are in master branch. Okay, and then what do we do? So we will talk about these branches later. Okay, so let's focus on this master branch. What is master branch, and what can we do inside of that master branch? So you can write a command of git branch to see where you are. Okay, it is not showing. you can see here as well, master branch. So let's do a certain thing, then we will be able to see all of the branches or all of the details. So first of all, we need to do, we track the versions. How do we track the versions? Let's see. So how do we track all the changes that we have made in our code? Okay, so let me first update the code. Okay, update this version of this code. So I have a certain version of this code. Okay, so this is my code right now. So I want to save this code somewhere, okay, to track it in the future. For example, I do a lot of changes in this code in future, and I want to get back to this version. Okay, I want to get back this version. Then what will I do? I will simply commit this code. Okay, I will first have to commit this code. Committing means like taking snapshot. Okay, it's like taking snapshot, and in basic words we can understand like committing means saving the code. Okay, saving the state of the code. So first of all, we need to do what? Git space add space then dot. So we have to type this command. What this command does is like it will tell the git like, look, i'm doing some I'm going to do some commit, like making the git ready to watch the version. Okay, so it's like taking out your camera to take the snapshot. Okay, so now we are going to take the snapshot. Okay, that is by committing. Commit minus m, and then this double inverted comma, and inside of this you write the comment. So you want to track the version of your code, so you will write the varies any comment that you get, that you should understand in the future that what was that version, and while you want to change the version of the code, you should be able to know which version to get into. So using this comment, by seeing this comment, you will be able to recall that which version was that. Okay, so the very first one. So I used this thing, and what did I do just now is I just took snapshot of this code. Okay, so this code is saved now. Okay, so git has already taken this code, this version, and saved this version somewhere, and we can access this version, we can come back to this version in the future anytime. Okay, in this very code we can come back at any time and use this code. No matter how many changes we do in this same code, we can come back to this same code. Okay, so let me show you something, that is, you can write this code, that is git status, to see on which branch you are. Okay, so on branch master. So I had told you that we are default in master branch. So there we can make a lot of branches to make our code even more easier, or we can say we can when we are working in a team, we have to build up the coordination. We divide the works into parts, and we deal with a certain work. To do that, we can create different branches, and each person can work on a single branch, and he can work on his own code in different branches. Okay, and lastly we merge all those branches into a single branch, into the master branch, and we simply make our coordination much more better, and we can always track all the versions on every branch. Okay, so basically we are dividing the branches so that each person gets to code in their own branches and independently, without affecting the other branches or other developer. Okay, so each developer can work on their own code which doesn't affect other one, right? And at last they can merge their all the codes to get one single code and make some application or software, anything. Okay, so this also builds the coordination. This also helps to track all the versions of their code And debugging is also very easier. For example, you wrote a certain code and you saved it by committing like this, and you do certain changes and you find a bug in the code. Okay, so to get back to the old version and compare what could be the reason of the bug, you can just get back to the previous code, right? By switching the versions, and you can just compare between them to see what changes you made so that it became uh, some bug, it found some bug or something like that. So you can do that. So let's see, we are on the master branch and we will see what can we do using master branch. So inside of the master branch, we are default in the master branch. We can create a many branches and do the same thing in these branches as well. Okay, so let's see what can we do inside of the master branch first, and then we will see in the other branches as well. That is same. Okay, that is the same. So we have to remember just this diagram. So at the end of this, by the end of this video, we will understand everything. Okay, we will understand this diagram, we will understand this. So this we will picturize this in our mind, we will save it in our mind automatically. So now what do we have to do is we have saved this certain version of code. Okay, so we can see that code by using this saving process is known as commit. Okay, so this commit means confirm saving like that, or this commit is necessary to save the different versions. Git is tracking all of the things you are doing inside of the code, but it doesn't save everything automatically. Okay, so you have to save yourself that version. Okay, you have to save yourself that version so that you would be able to access that in future. So you have to do it by yourself. So now what do we have to do? We can just use this thing, that is git log, to see what are the commits that I have made. So this was the only commit that I have made, that was the very first one. So there is one code that is generated. Okay, it is unique for every commit. Okay, so you can this is like the code of that certain version. We can understand it like the code for that certain version, and by using this code we can switch the versions. Okay, so let me do one more commit. Okay, add dot git commit, commit m double inverted comma, and then the second commit, second one, let's say. And you can just see by using git log, but is save on the not inverted commit. Let in, oh sorry, we have to do certain changes before committing, so we cannot save the same thing twice, right? So I'll review. So we have to do certain changes and then we have to save that particular version. Okay, and I will show you by switching the version how you can get to the back previous one and something like that. Okay, so I tried to save the same version twice, that won't work. So minus n, and then the second one. So okay, the file is changed, git and log. So you can see the second one, and the code for the second one is this, and this is the first one commit, and this is the code for first one. So by using this code I can change the versions. Okay, so right now you can see in my screen, you can see print hi, how are you. So this is the thing that I have changed just now. Okay, so let me write it here. So here I created one commit, right? I saved one version. You can imagine like I took snapshot of first version, that is the very first one. So this is the very first one commit, And then what did we do? We created another commit, the second one. So this is the way we are creating different versions inside of this master branch. So this is just a branch. You don't need to get pressure that what is this branch or something like that. You don't need to worry about that. I will explain the branches later, but first of all you need to see that we are inside of this master branch and we can create different versions like that. So this is the first version we are saving, and this is the second version we are saving, and this version saving is occurring inside of our local device, okay, or local directory or local space you can say. So it is using our local space, our storage device to save these versions, okay. So you can directly do the switching between of the version. Let's now see how to do switching between the versions. So whenever you are switching the versions or whenever you are switching the branches, you can switch branches as well. We will see that later, but whenever you are switching, you just have to use check out, okay. Then while switching the versions, you can even just copy this code. You have to use this code, okay. This code is the source for that verse, so then you have to paste it. So you cannot use Ctrl C plus Ctrl V here, you have to manually do that. So then in, so I think it is done or what? Is it done? You see, we will see git log. So the second one is not showing here, or what? The very first one, our head is on the very first one, I think. Git status 12b, okay. So I think yes, you can see the change here. I forgot to notice here. So you can see the change here whenever we switch the version into the previous one. You can see that hi, how are you, that is deleted, that is gone, okay. So now I don't think I can switch back to the normal. I don't know why. Is it deleted or what? It should not be deleted there. It's not showing. Let's see by switching again to the previous one. Git check out, and then I want to manually paste. Okay, it is switched. You can see by using git log, you can see again the second one appearing here, okay. So you can see in the code as well, it is changing on the real time. So I will show you again that you can copy this code. Just you have to focus here, okay. Just see here in what changes you see in the code. Git check out and then paste the code. You will see that hi, how are you will be gone, because we are switching this to the old version in which we have saved our code. In that version there was no hi, how are you, there was only hello world, okay. So we are switching that version. You can see the hi, how are you is gone. So that is it for switching the versions. Now we will see how to delete a certain version. So that is temporary deleting or something like switching the versions. But now we will see how to delete a version. So delete a commit, not the version. Let's not say version every time. It's more technical term is commit here for it, okay. So let's see how to do that. So for that you have to just use git reset to. So we want to do what? We want to get to the old version as well and delete the new version as well. So whichever version we want to switch to, we have to provide that code. Let's say I want to switch to this one. So I have only two versions, so I have to switch to the first one anyhow. So minus, you have to use this code line. Okay, git reset minus minus and hard. Then you have to give the code where you want to set your head. Okay, so I forgot to mention one thing, that here is one term, that is head. You can take it like this cursor. Okay, that pointer, you can take it like a pointer. That head is like a pointer. So wherever this pointer is, that means it is heading to that thing. Okay, so if you see something, let me do this thing first. Okay, head is now at this. So head means wherever it is pointing, that is head. Okay, so you can use git status to see where the head is, or get detached at this. It's saying like that. That means the head was firstly on that thing. Okay, that thing means this code. This code is for first commit. That means that first version. So it was on this one. Okay, so the pointer was on this one. So you can switch the pointer as well by using checkout. Complete checkout, then master, let's say. Okay, the version is now switched to the master. Okay, the head is now switched to the master. You can say the head is now here. Okay, so firstly it was here only, and I had deleted this one, and whenever I switched back to this one, it got resetted and it reappeared. Okay, so I think it reappeared or something like that. Yes, it reappeared, and let me use that same thing again. Git reset minus minus node, and then paste that. Sorry, what did I copy? I want to reset to the very first one. Copy. It will permanently get reset that. Okay, now at this head is now at the very first one. Okay, so now we can use git log to see the commits. So you can see only one commit is showing here, that is the very first one. Okay, so I think that one is gone, and you have permanently deleted that thing. But switching to master, it is coming back. How is it happening? I don't know. Okay, what is remaining? Let me see some course. We have done status. This is okay. Where log one file. Okay, we can do this as well. Git log minus minus one file. If you do this, the commits will be shown in only one line. Okay, and did I do some mistake or what? Let's just ignore this thing. Okay, so let's just move on to the other topics. So let's go to the branching now. So we have seen that we can create as many versions as we want. So we just created two commits which are storing two versions. Okay, two different versions of our code, and we can switch those versions anytime we want. Okay, so we can directly switch those versions by using a simple code in the bash, git bash. Okay, so we can now change the branches. Okay, so we can do the branching to divide our work into different parts. So someone, let's say in a project, some developers are working on a project, and one gets to develop the login and registering dash, we can say, and one is on the notification bar and something like that. Okay, so one is handling comment section. So those kind of things are divided. So what can we do is we can just branch the we can create different branches of the file, and we can code independently. Okay, so we can easily code independently, and that all of those different codes can be merged at last. Okay, so let's see how can we do branching. So to do branching, you can just use git branch to see branches, how many branches are there, what branches are there. You can use this thing. Okay, you can see only master branch is here, and this star means we are inside of this master code. Okay, so that asterisk means that. And then you can use to create the branch, you can do this. Okay, first let's do this. Red, let's say the name of the branch is red. Okay, so you can now check either the branch is created or not. So using this, that is git space branch name, you can create a branch. And by using git space branch, you can see how many branches are there, what are their names. So you can see one is the master branch, that is the default branch, and one is red that we have created just now. So what does this thing do is it copies all the things. Okay, it copies all the versions that were on the master code, sorry, master branch. So whatever there was inside of this master branch, I think this was not inside of the master branch because we deleted this thing. So let me remove this. How do we change jet size? I don't even remember this step. So here's this. I think we can just follow this. Oh no, bro, sorry. Sorry. Oh yeah. Whatever I'm doing. Okay, I can just remove this thing. Okay, we're done. I will change its size. Let's just leave it. And where was I? So we have only this version in our master branch. Okay, so recently whatever version we have, that is copied. Okay, so that is copied to the branch we create. So the I want to eat it. We are creating a branch of name red. Okay, so when we create this branch, all of the code, all of the version that are right now presently in the master branch, that is a copy of that is created, and which is inside of this red branch. Okay, so that copy is created inside the red branch. So all of those code, all of that file copy is created inside of the red branch, and we can do changes inside of this red branch to code independently without affecting the master branch. Okay, so now we can easily do changes inside of this red branch. So let's now do some changes. That is print this is the red branch, and I will show you that it is independent of the master branch. So we can do that by just check out. So I want to switch the branch from this red branch to this master branch. Okay, so let me do that first. You can see already on master. Oh sorry, I forgot to. Oh my god, sorry. I'll have to remove this thing. Okay, so you may be confused that how we were able to get that hi, how are you. So that is stored in our RAM right now. So we can extract that by using Control Z. But whenever we close the PC or something like that, then it is gone from the RAM and we cannot switch back to the old version. So that's why we are studying this Git right now. Okay, so let me first switch to the red branch, and now I have switched to the red branch. Now I want to make some changes. That is, this is red branch. So that changes I have to save first. Okay, that is commit git add dot. So this makes ready to commit git, then commit then this is the commit in red branch. Let's set this. Okay, so this is the comment what you have to do, whatever you can write. So you can see that we already had the copy of master, the copy of the version, whatever inside of this master code, this all version. In fact, there was only this one. So but it can have all the versions, or we can say all of those things inside of this master code. So right now we had only this version, but in other cases we can have any version, right? Any number of versions. So let us first include this thing, the very first one. Okay, so that was, this much was already when we created this branch. Okay, the copy of the master branch is created whenever we create the branch. So what did we recent just right now, what did we do? We created one more version or one more commit, right? That was what? That was the commit, something like that, the commit on red branch, something like that, right? I forgot the exact one, but it was something like that. So you can see I had created one different version in this red branch, which is independent of master branch, that I will be showing you right now. So I'm going to prove that thing, that these both are independent to each other. So let me now change the branch from red branch to the master branch. So it is switched to the master branch, and you can already see that the commit is gone. The whatever changes I had made inside of that master branch, sorry, red branch, it is gone already. Okay, so now if I again switch to the red branch, then you can see it came back. So you can create so many branches and you can make changes in your code and come back to the old version at any time. Okay, so if you are done doing your code independently, so and you want to merge all of those code into single one, then what do you have to do? It's very simple thing. We have to just use git branch and merge. I think, let me see, we have to use not the branch, I have to directly use git merge and then branch name. But before doing that, you have to first note that while we merging, you have to always be on the master branch. So first of all, let's change our head to the master branch. So our head is in the master branch now. You can see by using git and status, I think matter. So on master branch you can see. Okay, so now you can see that from here as well, whichever branch you are in. And now we are going to merge the branches. Merge red. Okay, you can see it is merged. Okay, so we got this comment inside of the master branch as well. And if I switch it to the red branch, then also you will get the same code. Okay, so we have merged the both code and now the both code is same. So when I do merging, this very version is also included in the master. It also get copied to the master branch. Okay, so this is it. We are doing till now. Okay, so now we will see how to push our code into the GitHub. Okay, so now we are going to see how to use GitHub. So till now we were doing Git to track our versions, how to control our versions, how do we do different commits. Okay, how do we create different commits and how do we save the versions of our code and how do we switch to the versions and how do I delete the version. And now one thing is remaining, if I see the branch, then you can see the red branch is still here, but we have already merged the branches, right? So I don't need this red branch. So what do I need to do in that case? Branch ISD red. So you can do that. Cannot believe Git branch minus capital D. Oh, sorry, I am inside of this red branch right now, so I cannot delete. So first of all, I need to switch it to the master branch, and then git branch minus capital D, and then red. So the branch is deleted. You can see by using git branch. So only the master branch is here. So we have successfully deleted the branch as well. First of all, we talked that I said that we are in the master branch on default. Okay, so in default we are in the master branch and we can create a lot of versions inside of the master branch by using what? By first of all, by using that add and commit command line. Okay, so I would like to explain something to you, that is what does this add space dot dots. So this brings our repository file, whatever file it is. So it brings our repository file into a staging index. Okay, so it goes into the staging index, then only we can do a copy. Okay, then only we can do comment into that file. So to bring it to the staging index, that is to just make it ready, something like that. We can understand it like getting ready to take the snapshot. So taking a snapshot is like doing commit. Okay, so saving it, that is it. That committing means saving the version. Okay, and then there's add, that is git dot add dot. So this is like getting ready to save the file, the version, and git commit minus m double inverted comma and whatever comment you want to pass. So this is like taking snapshot or saving that version. So we have to remember these two, and then to switch we can use checkout and the code. Okay, to see the code you have to first use git log, so you can see the code of the commits, and to switch the code you can just use git checkout and then space and then copy this code and paste whichever you want to switch with. Okay, so this is how you can control switch with the versions. And to delete the certain to delete a certain commit, you can easily delete it as well by using reset minus r, and then you get code wherever you want to go. So you don't give that code which you want to delete. You want to give the code which you want to set the head. Okay, you will give that code, and the code after that, okay, the version After that, next to that, or you can say whichever version you are giving here, okay, whichever code you are giving here, that version code after of that version code will be deleted. Okay, so you will set the head into that code, into that certain version, and no matter how many versions were created after that, all of those will get deleted. Okay, so that is it. And I told you to how to see the brands, and how to create the brands name, and I also showed you how to switch the brands, that is also git checkout. And then I think that is it, reset. And then we created different versions in other branches, and lastly we merge the brands. Okay, so first of all we need to make sure that we are in the master branch in order to merge the branch. Okay, so we switch to the master branch by using git space checkout, and then the master, and we switch into the master branch, and then we can easily merge the other branches into the master branch. Okay, so that is it. And now we will see GitHub. Let's now see the GitHub. This is my GitHub profile which I have just recently created. And when you create the account, you will see create new option, and then you will see a plus button anywhere. You just have to click there and create a new repository. So I'm going to create a new repository of Python. How much Python way I have learned, all of those things I will be uploading here. Okay, I will be pushing it to the GitHub. So let me just create the repository. So the repository is created, and you will see the link of this repository up here. Okay, so I don't want to push this thing. Okay, I want to push let me see, let me find that thing first. Okay, I want to push all of this thing. Okay, all of these four files. You can see this contains a lot of codes. This nodes, and in the screen there's some. Okay, so here you can see a lot of Python files are there, and I want to push all of this file into the GitHub. So in order to do that, first of all I will need to open the git bash, and first of all I need to initialize the git file here. Okay, so the git file is initialized. You can see the .git in the screen, and then you have to first do a single commit. So at least one commit should be made in order to push it into the GitHub. Okay, so let's do one commit. You have another git revision inside. What was it saying? Adding embedded git repository. Did I have other repository and other git file here as well? What is this happening, bro? I can delete it again upward. We will just open the git bash, and then I will have to initialize the git file, right? Git init. So I initialize the git file, and you can see git.git file is generated. Git and space dot. What is happening, bro? Yes, sir. Do the thing. Commit minus m. The first commit. I don't know what is this happening. Let's just see. And all of that file are being listed here. I think so. Oh my god, bro. We are going to do all of this. So I think all of those files are committed. So all of these files are committed. That is the version of all of these folders, and all of the files inside of this folder are already committed, already saved. We can say like that. Now I have to push it into the GitHub. So I have committed once. The at least the one requirement is, so you have to commit at least once. So I have committed this once. That means the version is saved into my local device. Okay, that local storage. So the committing has been done into my local storage. Now I want to push this into this version into my GitHub. So how do I do that? I will have to first create a repository in GitHub and then copy the link of that repository. Okay. So let's see, and then you have to come back to this, and you have to type git clone and then link, and then paste the link of this repository. So this will do what? This will link your local repository, local git repository with GitHub repository. Okay, so when they are both linked, whenever you do changes in your device and push to the GitHub, you can easily push to the GitHub. Okay, after you link this thing, you have to have clone and empty the repository. Okay, so the clone is done, the cloning is done. And you will get this type of warning when there is nothing inside of your repository. So now you have to push the thing. So I think the git repository inside of your computer, okay, inside of your local storage, and the repository of GitHub, both are now connected. Okay, these both are now connected, and we have to now push our version, that is this thing, into the GitHub. So for that you have to use git push. Okay, then you can use this link. Most of the time it works when you use origin. Let me first try that origin, and then you have to push into the master branch, right? You have to do that. So we got this error. So now I think the safest thing is to do this push, and then the link, and then hashtag. Okay. Who is it? Must. I thought it was fine. Let me see if that thing is created here or not. Okay, this type of thing is created when you link the local repository with the GitHub repository. So GitHub, whatever name is given by you in the GitHub repository, that is created here, and you will see a good file inside of this. And I don't know why it is not being. Git branch. Why it is not pushing into the GitHub? Hit push, then link, is then hotcut. Okay, now it is done. I had done the same thing. But now it is doing it. So at first you will get a pop-up where you have to log in your GitHub account. Okay, you have to link your GitHub account with this Git, and then This is my second time uploading, that it's pushing into the GitHub. So you can see it's being uploading. It's being uploaded. Okay, so only 8% of the files are reloaded. It has a lot of files, bro. I think it is 3 or 4 months of study of Python. Let's see. Warning. Large files detected. Oh my god, what happened, bro? Is it pushed or not? Oh, I think it is done. Okay, numpy pandas. OP, I think it's done, bro. Class. Okay, this is how you can do all of these things. Okay, so that is it. It is very easy. Easy peasy, bro. 56 minutes. That's fine.